guys, and welcome back to Sondarity Vlogs. Today I want to talk about cloth diapering. I have cloth diapered my second baby. She is now 14 months old, and so we've been doing it for just over a year, and I have really loved it, and I wanted to share it with other people. Before I cloth diapered, I was watching other people who were cloth diapering, and I was so inspired by them, and they really changed my perspective and made me look into cloth diapering, and ultimately were the inspiration for me cloth diapering my baby. And so I wanted to share this because I was inspired by other people, and I hope I can inspire some of you if you're thinking about cloth diapering or if you're kind of on the edge. I hope I can give you some of my experience and it can help you make your decision. Something that's been really interesting about cloth diapering for me is that it's just been a better experience than I could have imagined when I started. I am always looking to lessen my impact on the environment, and that just makes me feel good to be doing things that I feel like have a better impact on the environment. And so cloth diapering is one of those things, and something that's been interesting is that when you cloth diaper, you change diapers so many times a day, and each time I change my daughter's diaper, I'm reminded of my values, that I love the environment, that I'm doing this for the environment to create a better world for my children, or to hopefully keep the world beautiful for my children. And so I'm reminded of this value I have 8 times a day, you know, and that's been really cool. And when I go wash my cloth diapers, I'm just reminded, like, I do this because I love the earth, and it just reinforces the values I already have in my life, and I feel good because I feel like I'm living them in this way. So it's been a really cool experience for me, and one of the reasons I really love cloth diapering. So if you're on edge, or if you're thinking about cloth diapering and it feels good to you, I would totally encourage you to just take the leap, to just jump right in. It has been so much more simple than I thought it would be. I thought it would take a lot more time and a lot more effort, and it just hasn't. It's been really, really easy. So I just want to go ahead and share with you my cloth diapering process, kind of my thoughts about it, how I do it, and how I make it really simple in our home. So first, I use the Bum Genius Free Time cloth diapers, and I'll go ahead and show you them. So this is one of them. They have snaps, which I really like. They definitely keep the cloth diapers on nice and tight. And then why I chose this is because I wanted to choose what I felt like would be the easiest way to cloth diaper, and so I just wanted it to be really all in one, all together. I didn't want to have to stuff cloth diapers or pull things apart or anything. So these cloth diapers are just all one piece. So this one folds up, this one folds down and back for girls. I think you do it the opposite way for boys, and then you just snap it on. And I love this because you just throw this whole thing in the wash when you're ready, and then when you're done, we can hang dry it all together. Super easy just to hang up and hang dry. And then when I'm done with it, I used to snap them all up and like make them look pretty, but now I literally just throw them dry in a drawer like this, and then when I'm ready for a diaper change, I fold it up just right before. So it couldn't be easier. So anyway, I really like these diapers just because they're all in one. You don't have to pull them apart. You don't have to stuff them back together. You don't even have to fold them for them to work well. And so I just think the simplicity is great. They've worked really well just washing. They've worked fine wearing. I haven't noticed too much of a difference. I did not cloth diaper my first daughter, and I just used disposable diapers, and I really haven't noticed like more leaks or more diaper rash with cloth diapers. It still happens occasionally, but it happened occasionally when I was using disposable diapers with my first daughter as well. So that's been great. So yeah, they've been really good. If we do have more leaks, I know that it's just time to strip the diapers, which is basically just soaking them in super hot water to kind of get all the detergent and any buildup out of the diaper, and that seems to work really well too if I'm starting to notice that they're leaking more often. So here's another little tip about how cloth diapering has been so simple for me. I try to do the 80-20 rule in my life, and that's just like very general guidelines, kind of random. I try to use cloth diapers 80% of the time, and I allow myself to use disposable diapers 20% of the time. And that's not necessarily like, oh, I've been using cloth diapers for 80% of the time, so now I can use disposable diapers. No, it's more like I just use disposable diapers when it's really convenient for me. And that is when we go on vacation. We've gone on a couple trips with my daughter, like week-long trips and like long weekend trips, and it's just, you do need to wash cloth diapers consistently. You don't want to let them sit for too long. You should only let them sit for maybe 2 or 3 days before you wash them. And so when we go on vacation or go on trips, I use disposable diapers because I just know that it would be too complicated in some situations and just like a stress that I really don't need in my life to try to figure out how to wash cloth diapers while we're on vacation. So I use disposable diapers when we travel, and then the other time I use disposable diapers is at night. And that kind of started when my daughter was about 6 or 7 months. The cloth diapers just didn't seem to be able to last all night long. Like, I was waking up to leaks every morning. I had to change her diaper in the middle of the night, and she was sleeping a little bit better. And so when I was changing her diaper, she was waking up, and I didn't want that to happen. And so I changed to disposable diapers because it just allowed her to sleep for longer, and I didn't have to change her diaper in the middle of the night. And so that was a good thing for me because it allowed her to stay more asleep even when she was waking up. So I allow myself to use disposable diapers at night as well. And I just feel like some people might say, oh, if you're cloth diapering, you should just be like all in, or I don't know. I don't know what people say, actually. I have no idea. But I have this idea that if you're gonna cloth diaper, you're gonna be all in and you're never gonna use disposable diapers. And I just feel like that's not very helpful, especially to people who don't feel like they can do it all the time. If there's sometimes that you do want to use disposable diapers, I still think it's very worthwhile to use cloth diapers, 80% of the time. That takes out so much waste and so much out of the landfills, and so I totally support that. And that's just kind of why I wanted to share that part of me, is that I'm not 100% cloth diapering all the time, and I'm okay. That's okay, and I feel really good about still cloth diapering about 80% of the time, and I feel like it just does help to take out so much of the waste in the world. And so anyway, that's just something I wanted to share if that's helpful to anyone. Basically what I do to cloth diaper, or what it looks like in our home, just to give you like a glimpse, is that I'll use the diaper and then I'll put it in a wet bag when it's been used, and after about 2 or 3 days, I'll throw those in the wash, and I will do a rinse cycle, and then I'll do a hot water cycle with laundry detergent, and then I'll do another rinse cycle after that. And then I will hang them to dry on a little rack that I have in our laundry room, and they take about, I don't know, an overnight drying or maybe 24 hours to dry. And then I take them off the rack and I throw them in our drawer and I use them again. And so it's super simple. I also use cloth wipes, and those are super simple too. I just fill up a spray bottle with water and a little bit of baby soap, and I swish it together and just spray that on a cloth wipe, and it works just fine. I really like using cloth wipes with cloth diapers too, because you can just stick the wipe inside the diaper like you would when you're using disposable diapers with a disposable wipe. You can just stick it in and put it all together, and you don't have to separate. You don't have to throw one part away and throw one part in the wet bag. So I don't know, that seems super simple, but I really like that you can just throw it all in the wet bag. Let's see, is there anything else that I should share about cloth diapering? I just feel like it's so simple. If you're on the edge, if you're thinking about doing it, I totally encourage you to do it. You can definitely look at, there's like so many different types of cloth diapers. And I have nothing bad to say about the Bum Genius Free Time ones I'm using. They've been great, and they were super simple, but I know there's so many other options, and there might be some that work better. I haven't tried any other ones. I just kind of went all in with these Bum Genius brand, and I loved them, so they were great. I have 26 cloth diapers, and that's been the perfect amount. I could probably do I think they come in a pack of 24. If you buy the big pack of 24, they're a little bit cheaper, but I bought 2 before I bought 24 just to kind of look at them and see how I liked them and make sure that they would work before I invested in the full set. And so that's why I have 26, and yeah, it's been a really good amount, and it lasts me, like I said, 2 or 3 days, and Is there any other questions that you have? I feel like I just want to share, like, I'm probably saying this over and over, but I just want to share it's so much more simple than I expected it to be. And so I just encourage you to do it if you're on the edge, or if you're thinking about it, or if you feel inspired to do it. I want to be the voice that says just go for it, and you know, lessen your impact on the environment, and will help this world. I think it's important to do things like this now. I think we live in a day and age where we need to be making these conscious choices to lessen our waste, and this is one way you can do it, and it's been really good. And so I wanted to share that today on the Solidarity vlog, and I hope that inspired someone, or that it helped you think about something differently, or just helped you know that like you can do it, absolutely. And that's just what I wanted to share. If you have any questions about cloth diapering, I know this was kind of random and sporadic, go ahead and leave them below and I will try to answer them for you. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to share. So I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.